Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So I have another one of these fun handgun videos. It's fun for me anyways. Basically, this is going to be a comparison video of the SCCY CPX-2 and the M&P Shield 9mm, okay? I am not going to be biased and just try to pick one because one is actually my carry. So I can't just be biased and just try to pick at the end of the video. So I'm not going to do that. This is going to be a comparison video of the SCCY CPX-2 and the M&P. Basically, I'm doing this video for the people who may be purchasing their first firearms, and as we all know, with availability of firearms in today's time, it's very hard to find that, that dream handgun that you may want or the one you've just been thinking about getting for a long time. Availability is crap now. So basically, I'm just gonna make this video as if these are your only two options that you have out in the world right now at your local gun store or pawn shop. Now, I do have a cheat sheet, so, I may look down a couple of times in the video. I'm gonna try to edit it out, but if you guys do want an in-depth review, I will be dropping those videos down in the description below. I have a video of the SCCY CPX-2 and I have a video reviewing the M&P Shield. Now that after all of that spiel is done, let's get into it. So we first start off all of the videos with a safety check. Why do we safety check our handguns? Because you can either face a fat ass lawsuit or you can end up in jail from accidentally shooting somebody else. So safety check your weapon. It can save your life, but not only just yours, it can save other people's lives, all right? So here we go. This is the SCCY CPX-2. Drop the mag, do that, all right, boom. I safety checked these before the video, but I'm doing it again because I'm responsible. Boom. All right, so here we go. This is what we will be comparing: the SCCY CPX-2 9mm and the M&P Shield 9mm. Okay, boom, there we go. I dropped one, but it's all good. It's unloaded. Now, I may look a little negligent when it comes down to this first part of the video because I'll be basically pointing the barrels of both of these handguns to my face, but that's the only way you will see what I'm talking about, like, very distinctly. So the first category we're about to talk about is size, okay? So both of these have a 3.1-inch barrel. They are basically the same exact size. Now, when you do purchase these, they do come with two magazines. With these magazines, these are for my hands, all right? Both of these magazines add probably half an inch more. It gives my pinky a little bit of real estate. Without those, and I put the other ones in, my pinky shoots right over the bottom of it, so I do have these in. But if you take these out, again, it's only like half an inch off, so if you do have smaller hands, it is a magazine that comes with this that would probably fit better for you. Now, when it comes down to size, these both have the same barrel. They are 3.1-inch barrels, but the SCCY overall is like 5.7 inches, and this one is 6.1 inches overall, okay? It is very, very minimal, but when you stack them on top of each other, you can actually see it just a little bit. But the biggest thing for me, I love the Smith & Wesson, but I have a bigger hand, so if you have bigger hands, the Smith & Wesson Shield may not be for you because it is so thin. Again, I may look a little negligent. Let me just move to the side right there. But as you can see, the SCCY CPX-2 is way thicker than the Smith & Wesson. Now, if you have bigger hands like me, the SCCY will be more of a comfortable fit for the most part, okay? Now, the grip on the Smith & Wesson is better. Smith & Wesson does a very good job when it comes down to grip, in my opinion. So the grip is a little bit better, but for the overall just comfortable fit, SCCY CPX-2 may be for you, all right? They're both 9mm. They are available in multiple calibers, like the CPX series. There's a 1, 2, 3, and 4. The 3 and 4 are 380, and the 1 and 2 are 9mm, okay? And everybody knows when it comes down to Smith & Wesson, the M&P Shield, there are multiple just types of them. You got the easy, you can get them in 40 caliber, you can get them in 9mm. It's all over the place. So, if you just want a variety of caliber, Smith & Wesson would be the one to go to because you're only stuck to 9mm and 380 when it comes down to the SCCY. Now, while we're talking about the size, I'm going to go ahead and just talk about the trigger since I basically have my hands on them already as it is. The SCCY CPX-2 does not have an external safety. I repeat, it does not have an external safety. If you want an external safety, you will have to get a CPX-1, which is also a 9mm, okay? But to make up for that, you have like a 13, 15-pound trigger pull, okay? That is to make up for the safety. Now, on the other hand, with the M&P Shield, You have the external safety. It is not ambidextrous, so you will have to, you know, if you're left-handed like me, you will have to convert over and get some practice with it. But you got the external safety and the slide release all on that same side. Well, the external safety is back here. It's hard to look at it through the camera and trying to do it, but the external safety is back here, okay? But the trigger pull on here, I'm not gonna lie, I love this trigger. It is very smooth and crisp, okay? But I feel like that is because it does have the external safety. Now, just to give you an example, okay? Like, it's butter smooth. I love it, okay? The SCCY's trigger pull. Now, you're about to see me. It is a very, very long trigger pull, but again, that trigger pull is heavy like that and super long because it does not have that external safety. So if you just need an external safety, the SCCY CPX-2 is not for you, but the CPX-1 can be. And then you have this one right here, of course, that has the safety. So if a safety is make or break, then I mean the Smith & Wesson would be more fitted for you, okay? Now, it's a lot of people out here that's trying to purchase their first firearm, but they're working with a specific budget, okay? That is another reason why I did this video. I got the SCCY for $260 basically, okay? Out the door, $260. Now, when it comes down to the Smith & Wesson, this is my old lady's handgun. So it was under $400, but these basically are around the $350 ballpark, okay? But it just depends on what kind you get. They do fluctuate. SCCY will go from $260 to about, you know what I'm saying, a little over $300, $315, $320 range because you could get these out of the store with an optic. And some of them, you could get a laser on it as well. So, of course, the price would just shoot up. So if you're looking just for a firearm under $400 for everyday concealed carry, you cannot go wrong with either one of these because you will definitely find one of these around you know what I'm saying, the $300 to $350 ballpark. It depends on if you want optics or not, okay? So price range is very good. This is probably the best bang for your buck combo that you can honestly get in today's times if you can find it, okay? If you can find it. Another, I'm not gonna really consider this important because, I mean, a firearm is basically to protect yourself in case stuff hits the fan. All right, so this category is not really something I'm into, but I'm just going to mention it anyways, but accessories. So with the SCCY, of course, like I said, you can buy with an optic fresh out of the store. You have a coupon for an Arma laser in the box whenever you get it. Oh, well, mine did anyways. So you could get a laser and an optic on this. And of course, with Smith & Wesson, it's Smith & Wesson. A lot of companies cater to Smith & Wesson, especially with M&P Shields being one of their top firearms in their like that they've ever come out with. So when it comes down to accessories, you will basically be able to find so much more stuff with the Smith & Wesson than you will with the SCCY. That's just how it is. SCCY is a known but not known brand, and Smith & Wesson is just Smith & Wesson, okay? That's basically the only way I could say it. Now on to the next thing, cuteness. Yes, I know people will be like, oh, you thought accessories weren't as important, so why is cuteness on the list? Now, cuteness is just a fun factor that I just throw in here because, I mean, SCCYs just come in so many various colors, so I just decided to go ahead and throw it in. So, which firearm would have you looking cuter? The SCCY, easily. It comes down to the Smith & Wesson. Smith & Wesson only comes in all black. You ain't getting any other color, okay? You can maybe get it in like a brushed metal and black, but for the most part, they're going to be in black unless you get it custom off of Smith & Wesson's website and they have like limited edition ones, okay? But when it comes down to SCCY, all right, this is an olive drab color, all right? You could get this in teal or turquoise, whatever color it is. It's a very light blue. You got purple, orange, red, black. They come in various colors. I think the combination is like 15 colors. I think they offer 15 colors when it comes down to the SCCY CPX series. So if you want to be cute and still protect yourself, the SCCY is the way to go. Now, availability. Availability for these, I'm not going to say is hard, but it kind of is for the Smith & Wesson. Smith & Wesson is Smith & Wesson. There are some people who may not know anything about firearms. They may only know brands. So if you just slap on the table a SCCY and a Smith & Wesson, those are the only two options that they have. More than likely, they've heard of Smith & Wesson. They're going to choose the Smith & Wesson. So availability-wise, you know, you got people that's like that. They want their first firearm. They only know what Smith & Wessons are, so boom. Their dad probably had Smith & Wesson, so they're going to choose the Smith & Wesson, which will cause them to sell out, so you wouldn't be able to get one. SCCYs, on the other hand, not that many people know about SCCYs. There's not that much, I'm not going to say information, but it's not that much promotion when it comes down to SCCYs. So SCCYs you can kind of find sitting on that bottom shelf when you go in your gun store, okay? They'll probably be sitting down there by themselves. And literally some people probably sell a whole bunch of them, but there are some people that just walk through the door, and, you know, they're looking at all these other ones, and they're like, oh, what's that one down there on the bottom? Oh, my wife might like that because that's pink. And then boom. So the availability for the SCCY is kind of like a hit or miss. It just depends. Now, if they just bring in a whole bunch of like pink and purple ones, yes, they might actually sit there. And I mean, you would have to pick a pink or a purple one. I mean, you may like that, you may not like that, but you can get it. So as soon as you see that Smith & Wesson at your price point ballpark, you need to go ahead and snag it immediately, because more than likely if you come there the next day or the day after, it's just not going to be there. That pink SCCY on the bottom shelf, on the other hand, yes, you may not like that pink, but you need a firearm now, it's more than likely still going to be there. So those are things that you got to take into consideration. But overall, availability on both of these, it's going to be kind of difficult because people are just buying up firearms. There are times where I went in an academy, one day they'd have all of the shelves and the displays be full. Next day, they only had 4 handguns. So, you know, it's basically just gambling with the firearm. So if you just need it right then and there, and you feel like you need it right then and there, go ahead and get it right then and there, okay? Do not wait, because it may be gone. So the big question, whenever you're purchasing a firearm, you want something that's reliable, because, you know, a lot of people look at the budget, however much money you're spending, they're like, if I spend $200 on this firearm, that means it must not be reliable. It might be like a high point. You can't think of it that way all of the time, because hands down, both of these are really in the top caliber when it comes down to just reliability. Now, I haven't shot these myself. Subscribe to the channel, because I've seen a lot of other YouTubers do first shots impressions. So that's what I'll be doing, a little first shot impressions and first shot reviews, and then do reviews on down the line after I hit like 500 or 1,000 rounds, and then do another review, you know what I'm saying? That is what I'm going to do with these. So it's been a lot of he say, she say when it comes down to the SCCY, but I have not heard not one negative reliability remark when it comes down to a SCCY CPX-2. Never. Okay. Smith & Wesson, I mean, same thing. It's Smith & Wesson. I mean, it's just Smith & Wesson. It's really hard to just go around it. It's just Smith & Wesson. They're known for their good quality firearms, but also reliability. Now, they may have reliability issues, you know what I'm saying, with some of these models compared to other these models. Overall, Smith & Wesson is a very good manufacturer. Okay, you just can't beat it. And by the way, just because I mentioned manufacturer, both of these are USA made. You got Smith & Wesson, of course, is an American-made brand, and then you also have SCCY, which is out of Florida, I'm sure. And that is basically it when it comes down to just comparing these two. So, I mean, if you have gone in the gun store and you only see an M&P Shield and you only see a SCCY CPX-2, I basically gave you a rundown of every single last thing that I could think of, or everything that I was considering whenever I went, except for the cuteness and accessories, all right, when I went in the store. If you do want more information on each individual handgun, I will be dropping those videos down in the description below. I tried to keep this as short as possible, but also give you as much information as possible when it comes down to comparing. And by the way, I actually forgot to mention this somehow. So the SCCY CPX-2 holds 10. Both of the magazines that come with it are 10-round magazines, so you can carry 11 total. Now, when it comes down to the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield, this magazine that I have in it that gives me that extra, you know what I'm saying, that little pinky real estate, now that one is an 8-round magazine, so you can carry 9 total, all right? And then you have the other magazine, which is a 7-round magazine, and you can hold 8 total. All right, so those are things that I forgot to mention. So like what I've been doing in some of my videos for you guys that skip through all the way to the end, I'm gonna basically just give you a recap, all right? The SCCY and the Smith & Wesson are basically the same exact size, except overall inches, the SCCY is 5.7 inches, and then the Smith & Wesson is 6.1 inches. It is barely a difference, I promise you, when you look at it. Until you sit them side by side, then you can see it a little bit. Now the SCCY is a little bit thicker, so if you do have bigger hands like me, the Sky would be a better fit. Not just trying to pick sides, because overall I do love the Smith & Wesson, but when it comes down to me holding it, it cannot grow on me because it is that thin, in my opinion, okay? Now, when it comes down to the trigger, the Smith & Wesson trigger is a very smooth, crisp trigger, but it does come with an external safety. Now, the Sky has like a 13-pound trigger pull, but it does not have an external safety. If you do want an external safety on a Sky series, you will have to get CPX-1, which is 9mm, or you would have to get the 380 version, which is the CPX-3. Accessories, they both have accessories, but of course, Smith & Wesson is being a huge manufacturer, one of the most popular manufacturers in the world. They're going to have more companies to cater towards their firearms. So when it comes down to accessories, you can basically deck out almost completely any Smith & Wesson that's out here that's just on the market in general, okay? Now with the Sky, you can get an optic and laser fresh out of the store, but it will fluctuate the price, which is what I'm about to get into next. The price for these will more than likely be around $350 for the Smith & Wesson, and when it comes down to the Sky, I got mine for $260. But if you want to get the laser and the optic, or just one of the other, it will throw you up in like the $300 to $320 ballpark, okay? When it comes down to the Smith & Wesson, overall, it's about $350, but you have different variations of the shield itself, okay? There are some people that'll probably slap something on there, and of course they'll try to charge you more and push you up towards the $400 ballpark. And then, I mean, you could just find it bare bones in a pawn shop for like $320, $330. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on where you go and what they have on it, okay? Cuteness, Smith & Wesson is gonna be all black, unless you order it off of Smith & Wesson website and you get the limited edition ones, okay? Now, when it comes down to the Sky, you can get it in red, pink, purple, orange, blue, green, olive drab. Like, there are so many different colors. There are like 15 colors for a SCCY CPX-2 that are available on the market, all right? So, I mean, if you want to be cute and protect yourself, the Sky is what you should lean more towards overall. Just saying. Availability in these times, everything is hard to find. It's just hard to find that firearm that you've done so much research on, that you probably test shot somewhere. It's very hard to find that. So, you know, if you see one of these in your ballpark, snag it as soon as you see it if you can, okay? If you have the money right there, go ahead and do it, because you may come back tomorrow and it may not be there. Especially with the Smith & Wesson, it is Smith & Wesson. Somebody cannot know anything about firearms, but they know brands, and they be like, all right, we have a SCCY CPX-2 left and we have this Smith & Wesson left. They're more than likely going to snag the Smith & Wesson because it sounds familiar, okay? Now, the Sky, you may be able to find a couple of those stragglers. It may not be in the color that you may want or prefer, but it will probably be on that bottom shelf whenever you go up in your gun store or pawn shop that other people may not have want. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. But overall, if you see these at a price point that you're like, I cannot pass up on this, go ahead and get it right then and there, because you could come back literally 30 minutes that same day and it not be there. That's literally how I got my firearm. Somebody was actually on the phone trying to get that, but I was already in the store willing to pay for it, and I ended up getting it. So I looked up. All right, and that was the last one that they had. The other ones, they only had 380s, and they were in just random colors. Reliability. It's been a lot of he say, she say, but again, like I said, subscribe, because I will be doing reliability tests, like first shot impressions, and after 500 and 1,000 rounds, I'll be going back doing more videos on these particular weapons, just so you can know more from me, the reliability factor, okay? But overall, I have never heard anything negative about the Sky series as a whole, okay? They are very reliable. A lot of law enforcement actually keep these as their secondary, all right? So if their first weapon, something happens to their main dog, the head honcho, then of course, they have this to fall back on and they have no issues. Smith & Wesson, I mean, it's Smith & Wesson. It's very hard to not just say that, you know what I'm saying, it's just Smith & Wesson, but that's basically how it is. Smith & Wesson is one of the best firearm manufacturers out here in the United States, in the world in general. So reliability, you should not have any problems, okay? I haven't heard anything bad about the M&P shields, but you know what I'm saying, anything can happen. You could just get a bad one, you can get a dud out of the stack, and then boom, that caused you a lot of issues. But overall reliability, I have not heard anything negative about either one of these. So for under $400, if these are the last two firearms in the store, the SCCY CPX-2 or the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield. Which one would you choose? They're both under $400. They're both, honestly, the best bang for your buck handguns. Which one would you choose? Drop it down in the comments below and let me know what you guys would choose. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will say Smith & Wesson. I don't want to be biased, so I'm not going to even choose. But just to be honest with you guys, I love the Smith & Wesson, but the thinness of it, I just cannot work with it. So I would choose the SCCY CPX-2. And that's just scratching biasness out of the way. And I haven't shot either one of these just yet. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. But again, drop it down in the comments and let me know. If you guys want to see the in-depth full review of both of these individually, I will be dropping it down in the description below. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoy. If you found this informational, subscribe to my channel. I have a lot more of these videos coming in the future. Drop a like, and I will see you guys in the next video. I'm out.